Good morning, class of 2025. Attention, please, class of 2025. We're gonna take our photos. Please head to the mural with your white coats, please. Thank you.
Testing, testing. Hello. Can you all hear me? All right. Good afternoon, everyone. It's such a beautiful day to be doing this. My name is Dr. Lucy Kibe. I'm the program director of the PA program here at Charles R. Drew, University of Medicine and Science. And it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to this very historic celebration as we usher in the class of 2025. Last year alone, we received more than 2,300 applications for this program. And after a series of nail-biting and very deliberate decisions, we selected 80 applicants to come to campus for very grueling individual and group interviews. We wanted to be sure that the people we select that come here and learn for 27 months would become exceptional PAs who are capable of providing excellent medical care with compassion while addressing health disparities and seeking social justice and improving the health of medically underserved populations. So we didn't just want to pick the people with the best grades and from the best schools. We wanted to be sure that our graduates would go out and live the mission of CDU. So out of those 2,300 applicants and 80 interviewees, these 27 students were selected. So join me in congratulating them again. You know, like me, many of these students are the first in their families to go to college. Like me, you and perhaps your parents are immigrants to the United States. Some of you, like me, English is not your first language. So for me, training you to become excellent PAs is actually a personal passion. And these attributes are shared by many of our faculty and staff. So you are in good company. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing cohort here. Let me just give you a few fun facts about these students. We have foreign-trained doctors and children of doctors. We have students who went to private school and very prestigious colleges, and students who went to public school and started their college journey in community colleges. We have our very own superheroes who triumphed over foster care, and others who turned homelessness into a pit stop on their road to success. We have parents, we have newlyweds, pet lovers, lots of pet lovers, business owners, beach lovers, musicians, sports fans, marathon runners, surfers, food lovers, and very many coffee lovers. We have fresh-faced 23-year-olds and young at heart 45-year-olds. 60% of this class are from communities that are underrepresented in medicine, and 65% of this class are first-generation college students. Several states and countries are represented. We have first and second generation immigrants from Haiti, Jamaica, Nigeria, Armenia, India, Mexico, Iraq, Liberia, Dominican Republic, and others. We have imports from several states around the country and students just from our backyard. CDU is one big family where everyone feels welcome and right at home. So let's get excited about this new adventure, about all that you're about to learn, and about all the gifts you will bring to share with your new community here in South Central LA. Today is a great day for you as you get inducted into the PA profession as a student and show off your short white coat and tell us what your white coat means to you. And I am especially proud of the PA faculty and staff. They are brilliant, they're hardworking, they love CDU and are committed to your success. But we couldn't do any of this without the support of university leadership, who provide extensive support to our PA program. And we have a very special treat for you today. We have Miss Sylvia Drew Ivy, who is the daughter of Dr. Drew, who the institution is named after, to come and welcome you to CDU. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here today to welcome our new students in the program and the continuation of what was our original training program at CDU. The PAs led the way. Everything else that's happened here came after them. So you are pioneers. Your children are part of a pioneering program in healthcare for underserved communities who have many, many health problems, not much money, and who need a lot of love and support. That's what we do here. That's who we attract here. That's what they want to go out and do, leaving here. I'm so excited to be part of the university because my father loved service in our own communities. He went to McGill University in Canada. He could have gone anywhere after McGill to practice medicine. He went to Freedman's Hospital in Washington, D.C. that took care of poor people in the District of Columbia. And he loved taking care of them. My mother said that he would take care of a sick, elderly person as though it was his very own mother. He just loved the patients. He loved providing the care to them. And that tradition carries forward with our students. They're very loving, they're very patient, they're very understanding, they're very diverse. So they bring knowledge of the different communities that we're serving, which is so key to being heard, to being understood, to being part of our journey together, because we're a partnership. We're partners with the patients. The future of the university has never looked brighter. You know, we're building a brand new medical school across the street. For a long time, we were just one little building and two years of medical school and training of PAs. PAs were our first students. So thank you for joining the journey. Thank you for keeping the dreams of caring providers in low-income communities like South LA and other communities like us alive. Your children are carrying that sacred gene forward, and we are going to do everything we can to help them, train them, and make them successful in what they're doing. Thank you again.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Professor Vines Douglas, and first I'd like to thank Ms. Sylvia Drew Ivy for her words of encouragement and for her legacy as well. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to enter the white coat portion of our ceremony today. So what will happen is I will announce the student's name. As I announce your name, class of 2025, I need you to come forward with your guest who will coat you. And I need you to stand here. You'll be coated. And after you're coated, you will express to the audience what the white coat means to you. All right? So we're going to get started. Just listen for your name. All right. So first we have Christian Alvarado. He's going to be coated. He's bringing with him Rigoberto Alvarado and Angelica Jimenez. And you can go ahead and express what your white coat means to you.
Well, it's an honor to be coated by my amazing parents. This white coat encapsulates all the hard work that my family and I have put into this journey. But not only that, this white coat is a pledge to me to serve and educate my future patients without discrimination or judgment. So, thank you.
All right. Sammy Bakai. He's coated by Sal Bakai, sister.
Hi, everyone. To me, the white coat means one step closer to helping my community and giving back to the community that's given so much to me. Thank you so much.
All right, we have Kachig Berberian. Coated by Azniv Kadinian.
Thank you, everyone. For me, this white coat means it's a pleasure and honor, but as well as it means a responsibility for the future patients, my program, and my family. Thank you.
Sharday Blandon. Coated by Shan Blandon.
My white coat is a symbol that represents my dedication, privilege, and desire to serve the underserved community.
Blake Carter. Coated by Brendan Carter.
I got mine on my phone. So my white coat is a gift to my loved ones. It means that I've been blessed and charged with the opportunity to represent underserved communities absolutely, and to serve a purpose much greater than myself. Thank you.
Xiaoling Chen. Coated by Shiu Chiu Chen. And her brother.
Good afternoon, everyone. So for me, white coat symbolizes my start of a new journey, my journey to learn, to grow, and to become a professional, compassionate, and dedicated physician assistant, along with the school missions to serve the underserved community, to bridge the gap of health disparity, as well as to make a tangible difference in the society that we live in. And lastly, 谢谢, gracias, and thank you.
Carmen Cortez Ortega. Coded by Maria Teresa Ortega and her father.
For me, it means paving the way for the next generation of Latina PAs.
Jade German. Coded by Jamie Grijalba.
This white coat symbolizes the privilege I have to continue my education and the future work I'll do serving underserved individuals. And it also signifies the support I've received along the way from my boyfriend, family, and friends.
Isabel Guzman Ferro. Coded by Elvia Guzman and Felipe Ferro.
My white coat symbolizes to me that I am committed to becoming a competent and well-rounded PA, and I promise to serve my community and future patients with compassion and integrity.
Viviana Hernandez. Coded by Nicholas Hernandez.
Hi, everyone. My white coat means to me the beginning of a new chapter that will ultimately lead towards becoming a PA that can provide the compassion, the understanding, the respect, and the high quality care that all patients should have. Thank you.
Wesley Hoyland. Coded by Ashley Feldman.
Good afternoon. This white coat represents the start of my PA journey to ultimately become a better advocate for my patients in my own community and underserved communities around the world. Thank you.
Leland Nolden. Coded by Krishan Nolden.
Good afternoon, everyone. This white coat symbolizes that the persistence and perseverance that was instilled into me by my grandmothers has prevailed. And also, it symbolizes me being afforded the opportunity to serve the over 30 million without health care coverage.
Corina Lopez. coded by Elijah Lopez. And Robert Martinez.
I wear this white coat with honor. It symbolizes my commitment to be an excellent PA and the support and the love of my family.
Ali Mohammed Dashi. Coded by Dr. Quo.
I'm starting new journey, and with this white coat, it's a light white coat, but I'm very sure it's coming very heavy responsibility for me, and I put my best effort to fulfill that. Thank you so much.
Queen Olive Muor. Coded by Pet Moore and Chidube Moore.
This white coat means commitment to serve my community, advocate for my patients, and also provide compassionate care. Thank you.
Michael Ojeda. Coded by Daniel Ojeda. Coded by Jaime Ojeda.
And for me, this white coat is a huge blessing. A blessing to know that I've been gifted with the knowledge to serve the medical needs of my community.
Antonio Orihuela. Coded by Antonio Orihuela Sr. and Brenda Quintero.
Hi, everyone. To me, a white coat symbolizes the commitment to my future patients, and then also provides me a platform to make a difference in my community.
Jane Park. Coded by David Molino and Soon Hyun Jung.
Hello, everyone. My white coat signifies my promise to fulfill and exceed all expectations as a PA for my community. Thank you so much.
Tara Rodriguez. She's going to be coded by Tina Rodriguez, Jason Rodriguez, and Terrence Rodriguez.
Good afternoon. Thank you, everybody. This white coat represents the hard work of the people that have supported me and the journey to become a compassionate patient advocate and provider.
Clarissa Souffrant. Coded by Denora Souffrant and Juan Souffrant.
Hello, everyone. I want to first start off by saying thank you to my parents. I wouldn't be here standing on this stage without them, and my white coat signifies being a representation for my community and advocating for health equality.
Ashley Silvera. Coded by Tasha Silvera.
Hello, everyone. I just want to say this white coat represent God's faithfulness, my dedication, and my perseverance.
Cindy Tenorio. Coded by Efigenia Dumas and Ricardo Tenorio.
Hello, everyone. To me, my white coat means having the privilege of serving medically underserved communities like my own. It also means uplifting my future patients' voices, being an advocate for them, and empowering them to improve their health.
Brianna Villa. Coded by Jose Sandoval and Vanessa Villa.
Hi, everyone. To me, this white coat symbolizes the beginning of my journey to provide care to underserved communities.
Naomi coded by Guillermo Villagran and Laura Villagran.
Hi. To me, this white coat means the responsibility and the privilege to serve my community. Thank you.
Aaliyah Williams. Coded by Lacey Williams and Aaron Lawrence.
Hi, everyone. To me, the white coat symbolizes the hard work and dedication it's taken to get to this chapter in my life, and then a starting point for my career in healthcare and serving others.
This concludes this portion of the ceremony. At this point, I'd like to bring up Dr. David Martins, our keynote speaker.
Can you hear me? Good afternoon. I like to acknowledge the presence of our university officials. Dr. Farini is not here, but the president is represented by my sister, my big sister, Sylvia Drew Ivy, because these are very busy people. And whenever we do this, they always send somebody to represent them when they can't be here themselves. I also want to thank the PA program leadership for selecting me to do this year. And I want to welcome you to Charles Ardrey University of Medicine and Science. There are some things that are important for you to know about this institution. We like to say it's a private institution with a public mission, but it's more than that. Charles Ardrey University is not just private, it's non-profit. It's student-centered. And most importantly, it is community-founded. We don't have the privilege of being a philanthropic idea. We were not founded by some rich group that wanted to have schools for their children. We have blood in our foundation. People died here so that we can be here. The university is committed to cultivating diverse health professional leaders. So we're not, you don't come to Drew just to become a PA. No, you come to Drew to become a physician assistant leader. If you want to just be a PA, you can go to USC or UCLA. But if you came to Charles Drew, you are going to lead. You're going to challenge the status quo. You're going to ask the difficult question, and you're going to speak up, you're going to stand up, and you're going to shut up. That is why our mascot is a lion, the mighty lion. You will have courage by the time you get through with us. Because we are not just cultivating. We're cultivating with an intention. We're putting specific ingredients in our candidates, in our students, because we want them to stand out wherever they find themselves. We want them to be dedicated to social justice and health equity for underserved populations. And we do that through outstanding education, research, and community engagement. We don't do anything without our community here. We're very intentional about our curricular experience because we want it to impact some values that we hold very dear. Community. Your idea of community will change when you come to Charles Drew University. Your community is not necessarily people that you speak the same language with. Your community is not necessarily the people you share zip code with. Look, anytime you spend a significant amount of time and space with any group of persons, there is a community there. It is important for you to recognize when you're in a community, because by nature, community imposes demands on you. If you're standing next to me and I'm drowning, I don't need to ask you for help. I expect you to help me just because you see me drowning. That is what community really means. It's a pledge for me to be there for you and for me to be able to count that you will be there because we are occupying this space and time together. So community is important. Our new students, the class of 2025, all of you are going to be a community. You're going to have some moments together that you will never forget. So we train you to be conscious of the fact that you are part of a community and that you have a responsibility and a duty to that community. Leadership. We're not here to train PAs. We're here to train physician assistant leaders. If you go to leadership school, they tell you a lot of things about leaders. In my world, one thing that is common to all leaders is courage and vision. You have to be able to see what you need to see. And you have to be able to have the energy and the strength to address it. Excellence. Dr. Drew Ivy said, excellence of performance will transcend all artificial barriers created by man. In front of you are people that have been stopped in their track by artificial barriers created by states and governments and other people. It will be your duty and responsibility as a healthcare provider to pull those barriers down. And one of the things you will learn here is how to do just that. Because we stand here on the shoulders of mighty lions that have done that and have died doing that. Diversity. That speaks for itself. The university has a vision of excellent health and wellness for all in a world without health disparity. The world is not just black. The world is not just white. The world is not just Asian. The world is everybody. So in order for you to address that vision, you must be open to diversity. You must be open to difference. And you must be able to recognize what unites you with other people, even though you look and you may act and even sound very different. Another value that we hold there is integrity. Integrity. Integrity is from the root word integer. It means unity, oneness. Integrity requires you to say what you mean and mean what you say. It connotes wholeness of your body, mind, and spirit. All of you have come out here and you have said what your white coat meant to you. I hope you thought about that, because we will hold you to that. You need to write that down. And I will remind you, when the going gets tough, when you begin to show signs of stress and strain, and you will, I will remind you that this is needed for that. So I hope that you're people of honor and integrity, and that you will take everything you said here very seriously. Another value we hold there is compassion. Compassion. When we use that word compassion here, it means a specific thing to us. And we actually have a curriculum that we develop with the community on what the community expects when you say you're showing compassion. We expect you to be generous, share the things and time that you have been given with other people. We expect you to be hospitable, because if you are not approachable, how would you learn what people need so you can respond to it? You're going to be kind, not only to your friends. You're going to learn to be kind even to your foes. Because you're not going to respond to the person, you're going to respond to the need. When you're focused on the need, it does not matter who is in need. You will learn that here. You will learn to be objective by responding to people's need rather than the person's. You will learn sensitivity here. You will learn to recognize and respond promptly to individual vulnerabilities, because you will recognize them and you will see them because you're trained to see it. Because you see, you will only see what your mind knows. If your mind does not recognize it, you will not see it. And we make sure that we train you so you can recognize and respond to suffering. And then, finally, by compassion, not only do we expect you to be generous, hospitable, objective, sensitive, we also expect you to be tolerant. Because many of the people that need your help will piss you off first. And if you cannot overcome that initial hurdle, you have no business in underserved community. Tolerance. My friends, Charles Drew University has been here for a long time. And I'm always very proud to say I've been here for at least half of that time. And as I was thinking about what I was going to talk about this afternoon, it occurred to me that there is something we need to do when we do white coat ceremonies. And I'm going to do it here now. And I hope it will augur well with the leadership, and perhaps they will try to do this more often. If you are a parent here and right now, I beg you, please stand up. Thank you. And please remain standing just for a brief moment there. The reason I ask you to stand up is because the university has relied on you and other people like you for over 50 years to raise for us fit-for-purpose candidates. Because you see, woe betide us if we do not serve the purpose for which we are founded by the people whose blood is in our foundation. We are who we are because of you. These buildings don't make any sense unless we are here as tutors and we have students. Not just students, students who we expect the fit-for-purpose candidates, the ones that can be trained, worthy vessels of our values. If you don't raise those children, this place will be empty. And I just want to thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. You're sitting now, but your job is not done, because your candidates are in PA school now. In order for you to understand what I mean when I said they are in PA school, I'm going to give you some idea. A regular master's program in a regular university is about 30 units. It takes about 2 years, regular. The PA program is a master's program. At CDU, it has 101 credit. And it takes 27 months. 60 of those 101 units is in the first year. So your candidates are going to be twice as busy in their first year as they were in their entire master's program everywhere else. Why is it important for you to know this? Because they will need time and they will need energy. You want to save them time. Don't distract them with what they don't have to be involved with. Because this next 27 months is going to be hard. And I always say it every year. They're going to be busy in the fall, but that is just the honeymoon. In the spring, they will be baptized, believe me. They will feel like they're drowning, but they're not going to drown because we'll be there. And in the summer, they will be baptized, but not by water, by fire. Summer is hot in our program. So I need you to please understand, save them time, but more importantly, if it is not good news, if it is not something that will encourage them and cheer them on, hold it back. Because you know, They love you so much that their success on our campus is heavily rooted and dependent in your comfort at home. When I first came to this country, I was 28 years old. I did not do many things. I stayed away from many things because I did not want my mother to lose me. So if it threatened my life, I didn't want to do it because my mom was alive. That is the power you have on your candidates. There are things many of them will not do because of you. And there are things they will refuse to do when they think you're in trouble. They will leave everything. You have led them this far. Don't leave them now. I need you to understand that. Because the PA program has a mission. And the mission is to prepare a diverse group of uniquely qualified physician assistants who will, not who may, who will provide excellent medical care with compassion while addressing health disparity, seeking social justice, and improving the health of underserved community. I want you to realize that you're uniquely qualified not by the color of their skin. They are not uniquely qualified by the way they look. No, they are uniquely qualified by virtue of their upbringing. You are the ones that made them uniquely qualified because you put in them the values that we are looking for. We saw through 2,300 of them to pick out the 26 here today. We were not random. We were looking for things that matter to us. They are not uniquely qualified by any other physical attributes, but by their ability to demonstrate their capacity for compassion. Their ability to recognize and respond promptly to human suffering, because they will see a lot of human suffering. And believe me, people are suffering in many places in this country. And many of those sufferings don't even get talked about in the news. But you will see them in exam rooms. You will hear them in exam rooms. We hope and expect that you will recognize and respond promptly to the cry for help from your patients and community. Our curricular experience is not for everybody, but for those who have been raised to recognize and relate to it. And we used to say, we are not another brick in the wall. There are very few PA programs that I want to be at. As a matter of fact, and I can tell you right now, in California, you cannot pay me enough to live through. And that is true for most of our faculty. We're not here because we couldn't go elsewhere. We're here because we find our callings right here. So we are not another brick in the wall. So I want you, class of 2025, to recognize that. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you for how far you have come in your walk in the valley of the shadow of death. You may not know that you have actually walked through the valley of the shadow of death. But I want to remind you, On the day you were born, 4 other babies were aborted. Because in America, 1 in 5 pregnancies end up in abortion. That was not your choice. That was someone else's choice that benefited you. And believe me, you could have well been one of those aborted ones. But there was a reason you're here. In the year that you were born and you were taken home, 7,000 other children were abandoned in the hospital, on sidewalks, in backpacks, in garbage cans. 7,000. That number used to be 22,000 before the safe surrender law in 2001. That could have been you. You grew up, and every gift that have been given you by your Creator was preserved and protected throughout your childhood. But let me remind you, 1 in 7 children in the United States have experienced abuse and neglect. And they did not make it as far as you did. Much has been given to you, and much will be expected from you. And a lot of that much is going to be expected in the peer program. Be sure of that. We will ask you to do a lot. There are only 24 hours in a day. In PA school, you're going to need 36 hours in your day. The only way you'll be able to make 36 hours in your day is by working together. And believe me, you have to work with at least one other. Otherwise, you will not make it. It is extremely important for you to understand that the only way you will make it is by working with at least one other person. Your survival as a cohort and as individual depends on your ability to work together. The competition is not among yourselves. It's between you and the cohort before you. You need yourselves. You have not come this far to fail. I want you to work and play together. I want you to work and play fairly. You know the rules. Follow them. I know for sure that you will not be here if you are known to break the rules. So don't start now. Help us to help you be the best you can be. May God help you. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Class of 2025, will you rise? You may have the pledge, a little sheet of paper. If you don't have it, that's completely fine. We're going to take the pledge for this class. If you could repeat after me. In joining a long tradition of change makers within CDU's physician assistant program. Now it's your turn. Okay, one more time. I'll go slower. In joining a long tradition of change makers within CDU's physician assistant program, I hereby pledge to become a medical provider who seeks social justice, promotes wellness, and provides care with excellence and compassion. I embrace the quest to transform the health of underserved populations through outstanding education, research, and clinical services in the context of community, whenever and wherever I find myself practicing. I pledge commitment to lifelong and self-directed learning. If we could give a hand to the class of 2025. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce our program director, Dr. Kibe.
All right. Well, Dr. Martins, thank you for that beautiful address. I feel like restarting PA school at CDU, right? I hope you're all inspired as I am. So we are coming to the close of our celebration today. I want to make 2 announcements. We do have a photo booth, professional photo booth over there. So before you leave, please take some photographs over there. We also will have some refreshments over there. So please take some refreshments before you go. And I also want to express my gratitude to all the people that made this celebration a success. Special thanks to Miss Holly and Miss Ruby over there. They organized this fantastic event. They've been running around planning for the last couple of months, so thank you very much. Also want to thank our faculty and staff who participated today here or in the background, so thank you. Let's give a hand to them. Okay. Our university leaders, Ms. Sylvia Drew Ivy for coming today. And our president and dean could not be here today, but let's give them a hand as well. Okay. I want to give, this is off script, but I want to give a very special welcome and thanks to one of our alumni who came today, class of 1995. Would you please stand and be recognized? Do we have any other alumni in the audience? Thank you for coming, Mr. Alavi. Yep. You will be seeing him, coming to help with some classes. Also want to thank the IT folks for making all this equipment work. Okay. And our wonderful current students for coming to volunteer. They are on a much-needed break, but they took the time to come and usher you in. And our families and friends, thank you for coming to support these students. Like Dr. Martin said, they will need your support and encouragement. Cook for them, babysit for them, do their laundry, send them care packages, and like Dr. Martin said, just spare them from unnecessary drama, okay? So they can focus on their learning. So I want to extend a very special invitation, 27 months in advance. In December of 2025, we will assemble right here to then gown these students with their long white coats as we send them out to become PAs and serve the community. Our class of 2025, let the journey begin. All right, so we're now going to ask our class of 2025 to stand and follow Ms. Hawley's directions here. just going to cheer them on. All right. All right. Hi, everybody. Don't forget the photo booth. The photo booth is unoccupied. You can go ahead and take your family photos. Yes, sure. That's it. Don't forget the photo booth. Yeah, Jade, your family should probably go first. There you go, Jade. Yes, Richard, that's it. Yes.